The story of Rolls-Royce is not just about a luxury car. It is about a dream that started from nothing and became a symbol of success. It all began in 1863 when a boy named Henry Royce was born in a small village in England. His childhood was full of struggles. When he was just 4 years old, his father's business failed and his family lost everything. Life became even harder when Henry lost his father at the age of 9. His mother started working as a maid, and little Henry began delivering newspapers to survive. For years, Henry's life was full of darkness, but at the age of 14, something changed. One of his aunts saw potential in him and helped him get an apprenticeship at the Great Northern Railway Company. For the next 3 years, Henry worked tirelessly. He read books, learned carpentry, mathematics, and most importantly, electrical engineering. By the age of 17, he became a skilled mechanic. At 21, he was working as an engineer. But life had another challenge for him. The company he worked for was shutting down due to financial problems. Henry had 2 choices: find another job or take a risk and start his own business. He chose the second option. With just £20 in savings, Henry started his own small company, F.H. Royce & Company in Manchester. He partnered with his friend Ernest Claremont. In the beginning, they did small repairs like fixing sewing machines and electrical fittings. But Henry noticed something. There was a growing demand for electrical equipment. So he started making light fixtures, bulb holders, and doorbells. This decision changed everything. By 1900, his company was earning more than £20,000. At 38, Henry had a happy family, and his business was growing. But then another twist came. In 1901, foreign companies entered the British market, and Henry's business started failing. His health also suffered. When he visited the doctor, he was advised to spend more time outdoors. So he decided to buy a car. He purchased a French car called Decauville. But he was disappointed. It was noisy, had weak brakes, and overheated easily. Instead of complaining, Henry decided to fix it. But in the process, he redesigned the entire car. This experience gave Henry an idea. He could build a better car from scratch. He gathered a team and started working. After months of effort, he built a new car that was smoother, quieter, and more reliable than anything else at the time. On April 1st, 1904, he tested it on the road. It ran perfectly for 50 kilometers without any issues. Henry made 2 more models, and they were just as good. But there was one problem. He needed a way to sell them to the world. This is where Charles Rolls entered the story. Charles was a businessman and a car enthusiast. He was looking for a British company that could make high-quality cars. When he saw Henry's cars at an exhibition, he was amazed. He immediately told his business partner, "I have found the world's greatest engineer." Charles and Henry decided to work together. They named their new company Rolls-Royce. In 1906, Rolls-Royce was officially launched with 4 car models. But their real breakthrough came when they built a new car with a powerful 40 to 50 horsepower engine. It was so smooth and silent that it felt like a ghost gliding on the road. They named it Silver Ghost. To prove its quality, Rolls-Royce took the car on a 24,000-kilometer endurance test. It passed without any problems. The company also introduced the famous whisper test, where they balanced a coin on the car's bonnet while the engine was running. The coin didn't fall, proving how smooth the engine was. These marketing strategies worked. The Silver Ghost became famous as the best car in the world. Kings, queens, and wealthy businessmen all wanted to own a Rolls-Royce. The partnership between Henry Royce and Charles Rolls was a huge success, but fate had other plans. In 1910, tragedy struck. Charles Rolls was passionate about aviation. On July 12th, while flying a Wright Flyer, his aircraft's tail section broke and the plane crashed from a height of 100 feet. Charles Rolls, just 32 years old, lost his life, becoming the first Briton to die in an airplane accident. This was a devastating loss for Rolls-Royce. Henry Royce continued working, but in 1911 he faced another challenge. His health began to deteriorate rapidly. Doctors diagnosed him with bowel cancer and gave him only 3 months to live. But Henry refused to give up. He kept working on improving the Silver Ghost, making it more durable and luxurious. Miraculously, he recovered fully after 3 months. Inspired by this second chance, he introduced several new features in the Silver Ghost, including improved suspension and stronger chassis. During this time, Rolls-Royce noticed a new trend. People were putting mascots on their car bonnets. Some of these mascots were inappropriate, which could harm the brand's reputation. To solve this, Rolls-Royce created their own official mascot. Inspired by a British actress named Eleanor Thornton, they designed a sculpture of a woman leaning forward with her arms stretched back, as if flying through the wind. This elegant statue was named Spirit of Ecstasy, symbolizing grace, freedom, and speed. It became one of the most iconic symbols in the automobile industry. By 1913, Rolls-Royce was growing rapidly. Their profits crossed £90,000, and they were planning to expand internationally, but then the world changed forever. In 1914, World War I began. The economy crashed, and luxury car sales dropped. Rolls-Royce was in danger. Many believed the company wouldn't survive, but Henry Royce saw an opportunity. The military needed reliable and high-performance vehicles. Rolls-Royce modified the Silver Ghost into an armored car with an 8mm thick steel body and a machine gun turret. This car became a powerful weapon in war, especially in the deserts of the Middle East. Rolls-Royce also transformed Silver Ghosts into ambulances, equipping them with stretchers, medical supplies, and electric lights for night operations. These ambulances saved thousands of lives. While working closely with the military, Rolls-Royce discovered another opportunity. The British Air Force was heavily dependent on French aircraft engines. The government wanted a British company to build engines for them. Seeing this, Henry Royce took a bold step. He entered the aviation industry. In 1915, Rolls-Royce built their first aero engine, the Eagle. It was light, fuel-efficient, and reliable. The British Air Force ordered 500 of these engines. Over the next few years, Rolls-Royce introduced more engines, including the Hawk, Falcon, and Condor. These engines played a crucial role in Britain's victory in the war. After the war ended in 1918, Rolls-Royce continued growing. Over the next 15 years, they worked on both cars and aero engines. In 1925, they launched a new model, the Phantom, which brought them back to the top of the luxury car market. However, by this time, competition was increasing. Brands like Bentley, Cadillac, and Delage were emerging. To maintain their dominance, Rolls-Royce acquired Bentley in 1931 and introduced another legendary car, the Bentley 3.5-liter. Unfortunately, Henry Royce did not live to see this success. On April 22, 1933, at the age of 70, he passed away. just months before the Bentley 3.5L was launched. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy lived on. Over the years, Rolls-Royce saw many ups and downs. They launched iconic models like the Phantom 3, Silver Shadow, and Ghost. But they also faced financial difficulties in the 1960s, leading to the separation of their automobile and aviation businesses. Today, Rolls-Royce cars are owned by BMW, while Rolls-Royce aero engines continue to power aircraft worldwide. Even after more than a century, Rolls-Royce remains the ultimate symbol of luxury and perfection. Owning a Rolls-Royce is not just about having a car. It's about owning a masterpiece, a piece of history, and the vision of a man who turned his struggles into success.